The projects of social responsibility is the Parque Forestal, because the structure is for do activities, concerts, exhibitions.
Thank you very much. Can you continue with Fernando?
Fernando, while the two main cities of Ecuador, Guayaquil and also Quito, could you tell me, in your opinion, with all the progress and all the improvements Guayaquil has experienced, what can we look and maybe emulate or try to improve in Guayaquil looking at Quito? What could you...
The difference? I mean,
well, difference, but something that we could learn or emulate
from Quito.
From Quito.
So, as you know, Quito reflects a history city. So we are like in a way of modern structures and a whole kind of buildings with windows, and you know that is the tendency of the new architecture. So we can learn from Quito that they keep the history in the church and in the streets, and they try to take this and put the, how you can say, a little part of the modern civilization that is, I mean, the modern architecture. So in these buildings that they have.
And Fernando, do you think that history is important for tourists?
Quito.
The history of Guayaquil?
Of course, yes. I think that is important.
Okay, and how would you promote the history of Guayaquil? Give me your answer in 3 ideas.
3 ideas.
Yes.
So,
how would you promote? Because when you were given the presentation, we focused on the importance of facts of the history of Guayaquil. So if you were in the situation in which you could promote the history, what would you do?
So I begin with do a campaign I can
For
show
tourists.
for tourists. I can, I mean, by internet, I could say that one of the most beautiful part of not only Guayaquil, I mean Ecuador too, is the history of our country. So we are one of Guayaquil was the first city that pushed to the independence of all the country and also the continent,
And when was
the
the
South.
independence? When was the independence?
What?
When was the independence?
And independence was 25 July of 1538.
Okay, and why was Guayaquil an important trading center in the 17th century?
It was important trading because, how I mentioned, that it has a large variety of wood for construction. You know that in that age, all was in base of the wood. So the companies tried to came to the city and also put the industry.
Leonardo, can you please ask?
Bernardo, you mentioned the gastronomical side of Guayaquil with all the typical foods, okay? And now, while you find these foods delicious, you were going here. If you were, well, if a tourist, if somebody would ask you for your opinion about the food in Guayaquil, what recommendations would you give this person about where to eat, what to eat? What recommendations can you give?
One recommendation, first, maybe, if he wants the person like a very very good food, I go. I send you to the, I don't know, in the center of Guayaquil, is it? Or Parrilla Ñata, Patacón is the most important place when the person of Guayaquil eat.
And what places should the tourists avoid?
The tourists almost go to the center, no, but